Hello, good morning. Welcome to today's live session, Amazing Thailand Trusted Destination, Amazing Thailand Safety and Health Administration. So my name is Paul Paragon. I'm the Director of Communications and External Affairs, and I'd like to introduce you to welcome you to everybody to today's session. So with that, I would like to now pass it over to our MC for today, Kun Piriya. Kun Piriya, please welcome to today's webinar.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Pada, for organizing this special 4-week webinar series, Pada Dream to Travel Festival, and giving the floor to the Tourism Authority of Thailand as the first NTO to share Thai tourism updates and virtual experiences to Pada members. And good morning to our friends in the tourism industry around the world. First of all, on behalf of the global TAT teams, I'd like to thank you for your interest in attending today's very special session and the first session of TAT. My name is Piraya Tangnamrongtham from the Tourism Authority of Thailand, head office in Bangkok, and I'll be your MC for today's session. And over the next 60 minutes, we will share information about the Amazing Thailand Safety and Health Administration, or SHA certificates for short. TAT, together with the Ministry of Public Health, Ministry of Tourism, Sports, and many other partners, designed SHA to elevate the Thai tourism industry's disease prevention, sanitation, and safety standards, and reduce the risk and prevent the spread of COVID-19, and prepare Thai tourism establishments to be ready to welcome international tourism back to Thailand. As of now, we have almost 1,000 Thai hospitality partners across hotels and resorts, shopping malls, health and wellness centers, attractions, transportation, and others who have received the SHA certificates. And for today's panel, we have selected a diverse range of experts who represent 4 different areas of Thai tourism markets. First up, a representative from the Tourism Authority of Thailand who leads the SHA certificate project. She will speak about the SHA, and the other speakers are Thai tourism representative experts and TAT partners who have already received certificates from Minor Hotels, Siam and Siam Wellness Group, who will share their approaches on health and safety standards implemented across their businesses. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce our wonderfully talented and knowledgeable speakers real quick. And the expert for SHA certificates, Kun Rutirat Thatchalermkit, the Executive Director, Tourism Products Department, Tourism Authority of Thailand.
สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning, everyone.
Okay, and next, I will invite the next speaker to introduce the expert from hotel industry, Mr. Thomas Mayer, Senior Vice President, Hotel Operations, Asia Minor Hotels. สวัสดีค่ะ คุณ Thomas.
สวัสดีครับ
And the expert from Shopping Center and Mines, Mr. Talan Tang, Managing Director of Royal Paragon Hall, a subsidiary of Siam who owns Siam Paragon and Icon Siam Shopping Centers.
Good morning, สวัสดีครับ Nice to meet you all.
And the last speaker, the expert for health, spa and wellness, Kun Naran Viwattanakrai, the Executive Director and Chief Marketing Officer of Siam Wellness Group. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ Good morning, everyone.
All right, without further delay, we will turn the time over to our first speaker, Kun Rutirat Thatchalermkit, the Executive Director of Tourism Products Department, Tourism Authority of Thailand, the SHA Project Initiator. So, Kun Rutirat, the floor is yours.
Today, I would like to talk about tourism industry readiness to resume their business. During the global widespread of COVID-19, Thailand has done satisfyingly well in contain and control the spreading of the virus. As a result, the first phase of lockdown easing measurement on which is effective since 15 June. Most businesses have already been allowed to resume activities such as allowing trade fair and events at hotels, convention and exhibition enter to be organized. Hotel and restaurant are among the sector given more room to operate under certain new normal rules. International airports in Thailand are in resume mode, including Phuket International Airport, has been open for domestic flights. The Amazing Thailand Safety and Health Administration, or SHA, ensures safety and hygiene for international and domestic tourists to prepare Thai operators to be ready for the return of tourism post-COVID-19. SHA is the collaboration between the Minister of Public Health, Ministry of Tourism and Sport, Tourism Authority of Thailand, and other public-private sectors to increase the country's tourism industry standard and develop confidence among international and domestic tourists. The SHA certificate will cover all 10 tourism business sectors such as accommodation, shopping mall, travel agency, and so on. The evaluation method assessment for tourism establishment and services to be certified with the Amazing Thailand SHA certificate follow 3 criteria. First, hygiene of workplace and facilities. Area that may be contaminated or frequently exposed to physical contact must be regularly sanitized with disinfectant spray. Second, cleaning equipment provision to prevent the spreading of virus and bacteria includes providing sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol in common area, such as entrance, exits, and elevators. Third, protection for workers. Workers who are at risk of exposure must take appropriate self-protection measures. Besides those three mentioned criteria, applicants must also prove that they are strictly practice certain standards. For more than 30 checklists, business providers also have to attach image as a proof. Since SHA has been operated, thousands of tourism-related businesses registered to obtain this certification. This is the example of SHA sticker, the alphabet and 4-digit numbers located under symbolize the type of business. After certified by SHA, SHA committee will randomly visit those premises for post-audit, as well as with tourists will be required to fill out the survey. And the survey can be accessed via our website or QR code. Therefore, please be ensured that this charter certificate is to ensure safety and hygiene for international and domestic tourists. Moreover, entrepreneurs list can be found on our website as well. In conclusion, we hope that Thailand is still a preferred destination for tourists. SHA certificate will ensure safety and hygiene for travelers who are visiting Thailand. Thank you and สวัสดีค่ะ
Thank
ทำไมอ่ะเรื่องแล้วจบค้าง
Thank you, Kun Rutirat Satchalamgit, for sharing us brief information about the SHA project. And now we will hear more from the Thai tourism representative experts and TAT partners who have received the certificates who will share their approaches on health and safety standards in their businesses. And next, would you please welcome our hotel representative expert, Mr. Thomas Mayer, Senior Vice President from Hotel Operations in Asia Minor Hotels. The floor is yours, Thomas.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you to TAT and PATA for inviting us to your seminar, allowing us to share with you what we have been working on and what we have been doing. First and foremost, a big thank you to Kun Rutiras and her team, who have been incredibly busy. And as you can see here, Anantara Siam was the first property in the whole Kingdom of Thailand who has received the coveted SHA award, of which we're very proud of. In the meantime, all our properties in Thailand who are back in operation have received that award and are operating within the hygiene and safety guidelines of TAT. When COVID has started, at the first point for us, it was very important, of course, to make sure to look after the guests we still had in our hotels, as well as our team members, and getting ready our hotels to close them down for hibernation. Now, we are happy to report, as of today, we have 6 hotels back in operation and many more to follow in early July, ready to welcome in a safe, secure environment all the domestic travelers who have been, like many of us, in lockdown for a number of months in Bangkok, need some fresh air, want to get some vitamin D on the beach and go and explore the beaches in Thailand. I want to share with you in the next couple of slides specifically what we have been doing in Anantara Hotels and Resorts, in the Navani Hotels and Resorts, and how we have approached the safety for our guests in a practical, pragmatic way, and also making sure how we communicated with our guests. We have stepped back and have taken a pragmatic approach and analyzed every touch point every guest is having with our team members. As you can imagine, you arrive at a hotel, the bellman takes your suitcase out of your car or out of your limousine. You're going into the lobby, you're being greeted, you're signing a registration card, you need a pen. So we have really taken every of these steps apart, analyzed where there is a physical touch point and how can we ensure through the introduction of new measures, of new safety protocol, to make sure that we can protect our guests and continue with the check-in and the entire hotel experience in a safe way. These are the 10 steps in the Anantara Stay with Peace of Mind approach, which we have embarked on and which we have made sure that we are in full compliance. Let me share a few specific examples. That's probably one of the most sought after tools in our business at the moment. That doesn't look like a loudspeaker or a USB port machine. This is a UV light sanitation lamp. So nowadays, in our properties, when a room attendant is finished cleaning the room, we will add, for a period of 45 to 60 minutes, that depends a little bit on the size and on the cubic meter of the room, a UV light in the room, which will ensure that the entire room is being cleaned, sanitized, and sterilized. 45 minutes to an hour later, the room attendant will go into the room, will unplug this plug, and the room, the suite, the villa is then being released for a new guest to arrive and check in. We anticipate that once the airports are open again, the majority of our guests nowadays will come back in resource of a limousine transfer from the hotel. Why? You don't really want to go into a taxi, into a van, into a bus, or into a Grab. You don't really know where the car has been the last few hours. We have a special sanitization program in place for our limousine driver. You arrive, the driver wears a mask, the driver wears gloves. There is a separation between the driver and the passenger seat. Instead of having cookies and sweets as amenity, you will continue to get your bottle of water, but you also have a face mask and sanitizing amenity, so to make sure you feel safe right from the moment you step out of the airport until you check in the hotel. Health and fitness are two areas where we see big demand at the moment. Our guests and our members of our gyms want to continue to boost their immune system. They want to do exercise, they want to make sure they have training sessions, now probably on a private basis, on a one-by-one basis. We do yoga sessions in the vicinity of our hotel, on the grounds of our hotel, social distancing being respected, and of course, all bookable in advance so as to ensure our guests have the highest level of safety and assurance. At Avani Hotels and Resorts, we have come up with the name of Avani Shield. A shield provides you with protection. Protection all the way through your entire stay. Similar to what I have shared with you before, we have those 10 steps right from the moment you arrive in a hotel, all the way you check out, where we make sure at every interaction and every touch point, we provide additional layers of safety and security and make sure this is covered and you're looked after. We have divided this into three specific pillars. The touchless service, as I've shared with you before, check-in online. For some properties, you can get the key directly on your mobile phone. The menus you look up on a QR code, menu based directly on your device, which you know nobody else has touched it. And obviously with the safety and hygiene in mind. Now, some of you may wonder, why have we not shown here a picture of a team member who welcomes you wearing a mask? We feel it's very important in our business that the smile, the welcome in any properties upon arrival is of utmost importance. Now, this team member is 3 meters away from you, way above the social distancing guideline we need. You arrive at the hotel, you're being greeted with the usual traditional warm smile. On the way to be escorted to your room, to your villa, to your suite, the team member will wear a mask and we are in full compliance again with our measures. Here in a simplistic way, those 10 spots again, those 10 steps again, how we are looking after you, how we are making sure at every interaction, at every step of your journey within our hotels, we make sure we can exceed and ensure your safety at any given point of time. We are hoteliers. We know how to run hotels. We know how to run a banquet. We know how to create for you an amazing experience within any of our restaurants. But we are not hospitals. We are not chemical partners. So what we have done early on in the lockdown, in the COVID situation, we have created a council where we have partnered with our chemical suppliers. They are Ecolab and Diversi slightly more active in the Middle East, Ecolab the market leader within Asia. We've also have been working very actively and closely with WHO, who were able to provide us on the go what is required, where do we have to up our standards, where do we have to apply changes to our setup. One factor which I really want to highlight here, which is very, very important, that all the cleaning products which are being used in our hotels, in this part of the world, are from Ecolab. Every Ecolab product is certified by EPA, that's the Environmental Protection Agency. That's the same grading a hospital cleaning product is being issued. So whilst we are not hospitals, whilst we are not advertising obviously that we are hospitals, I think in this time and day and age, it is very important for any guests to get this assurance that the product we are using are of the highest standards and indeed could comply with what you're getting in a hospital. We've also set up within our properties a daily log sheet. It's good that we share with you what we are planning to do, what we are trying to do, but we strongly believe control is better. We have daily checklists which are being checked against, controlled, inspected, commented, critiqued by our dedicated guest guardian and shield agent, of which every property has. We are working with a tool called Message Box. These checklists are on Message Box, and the following morning, like in every busy hotel, you have a morning briefing, who is arriving, who is departing, what has happened overnight. We are all, the senior team of every property, are going through any deviations of these standards. We believe it's good that we communicate our plans and what we do, but we want to make sure at any given point of day, we are checking these standards thoroughly through our operation and report any shortfalls. Lastly, and in closing, I think it's very important that we continue to look and care for our guests, obviously after they have had an enjoyable stay with us. Communicate with us. If a guest has any questions, if a family has a specific query for another stay about something we are doing, what we could do, what we should do differently, please let us know. So we greatly value this interaction, and what we have seen as over the last couple of weeks, guests are incredibly appreciative, they're very well knowledgeable, and they are asking us the right question and are very happy that we can support them with their queries. Thank you very much, and we look forward to welcome all of you, hopefully in the very, very near future, in any of our properties. Thank you.
Thank you, King Thomas, for sharing us your approaches at minor hotels. And now let's move to the shopping center and MICE representative expert, Mr. Talun Peng, with experience and knowledge over 35 years in hospitality and MICE industry. He's now the managing director of Royal Paragon Hall at Siam Paragon Shopping Center, a subsidiary of Siam Pivot. Over to you, Kun Talun.
ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ and good morning all from Bangkok, Thailand. Really appreciate that to be invited as guest speaker this morning on representing my company group called Siam Pivot, and we are running on the one umbrella called One Siam. One Siam comprises with shopping center, Siam's Paragon, Siam Center, Siam Discovery, and the newly opening a year ago Icon Siam by the river. And of course, we very delighted and really happy to bring Siam Thai Smile back into the country. On the 17th of May 2020, that the ease down of the quarantine and also the lockdown has been opened up to our new our shopping center to actually reopen again under the condition of guideline, hygiene, and health and safety regulation. So in that order, the shopping center, we are very much imply with all the government requirement and also the sector of the private sector as well. So that's what we bring into the implementing, setting a retail benchmark to ensure safe journey to all visitors, tenants, shoppers, and employees to serve the new normal innovative lifestyle. Visitors are required to check in and check out under the Thai Chana platform in order to make sure that we are looking after our visitor every step of their journey to the shopping center. I also like to start to sharing out my screen with my little of the plan that we have been. And again, thank you very much for the TAT, Thailand Authority of Tourism, that have bring the standard of SHA, which is a very safety, healthy, and administrative plan. This is a picture that we have been received, one of the 9 shopping center that actually been giving to the certificate to actually make sure that this is comply with the regulation. This is a picture that Kun Naratip and Kun Support, which is the managing director of the Siam Paragon, Siam Center, Siam Discovery, and Icon Siam together. The purpose of bringing the new normal of cleaning and healthy of the shopping center, we're bringing the new innovation of the equipment called the thermometers, health, the temperature of the person by not touching the screen. Just stand up in front of the screen and will read your temperature of your body. And of course, the measure of screening, we have from 1 to 6 steps, check in and check out with QR code. And of course, under the Thai SHA platform, wear a face of mask or cloth mask at all time during the shopping time. Go through the thermal scanning, as I showed the picture before, under the 37.3 or 0.5 degree, that or not over. And also go through the feet disinfectant checkpoints and sanitize his hand with alcohol gel provided at the checkpoint as well. And also at the same, every time we have to be social distancing 1 to 2 meters from other in all activity. That is the screening measure into the shopping center. And this is part of the picture that when you scan the Thai SHA platform, you will actually check in at that point if people are entering to the shopping center. And then you can clean up your hand with hand gel provided in every part of the shopping center area that you can find it in front of the elevator, escalator, or lift. You can actually use that service at all time. And of course, this is another part of the checking temperature. And this is how they're reading, the AI, the robot will reading, and also check the temperature as well. This is the robot that our partner True, which is being developed and actually been utilized through the shopping center to make sure that everyone have wearing their mask, the surgical mask or fabric mask, that everyone that walks through or the Android that walks through and find that no, you don't wear the mask, and then he will actually alert you that completely to make you wearing the mask again. And every step, every touch point, every area that visitor or customer or contractor, supplier or staff been touched has been all clean at all time. Every hour or so that to make sure that touch point of the fingers or anything else to be clean at all time. And of course, our security traffic also make sure that all this car system that is coming to the car park also be sanitized every day, every hour, every times that they use again. And we also put in the new innovation of checking the car parking as well. Now that you don't have to touch the card at all, you just the car will bring it up for you, and you're just being collected. And in the facility of toilets throughout the public area, that have been sanitized, there's social distancing, so that one against one, so that you don't actually close to each other so much, and also the number of entrants also be monitored as well. And of course, we also clean during the closing down and also the overnight into the air system condition by using the ozone to actually kill the virus or the bacteria. And of course, also the coil system as well. We're also using the enzyme to kill the bacteria every day, every night, overnight. And entering to the lift, you don't have to the touch lift. There will be someone to actually do the service for you. And social distancing between 3 to 4% at all time using. And we also have the counter shield just to make sure that between our staff member to our clients, also within the distance of 1 to 2 meters distance to actually to give the service to our client as well.
Kun Talun, may I interrupt you for a bit? We don't see your presentation here, so we thought you didn't have one, but you mentioned it. So can you please share the screen?
Okay, I thought I might have seen the screen. Let me try again, sorry. Can you see the screen now?
Not yet.
Okay, sorry. Is it not better?
Oh yes. Okay, you can make it full screen.
Okay, is that all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me go back a little bit. Okay, here what was I talking about? And the secondly, counter shield, which making sure the distance, cashless payment and things like that. And of course, at the restaurant or at the food zone, also social distancing with the area of the cross that do not allow to sit, which are cross to the other side. And in the entrance of the toilet facility, of course, they're putting the foot touching, that you don't have to open by your hand. You just touch the foot to open the door. And of course, we have the UVC killing germ and bacteria for your phone if you need to be using to kill the bacteria. And also we also have the vendors of the face masks, surgical masks available for sale. If you are forgetting to bring it from home, or you don't have one, then you can purchase it through the vending machine. And of course, this is all the measures of the shopping centers, and with the everyone else coming to the shopping center can be really reassured that everything is safety, social distancing has been practiced, and number of people are not so crowded, and the touching points has been really properly cleaned at all time. Okay, so that's the concluding my slides, and my apology that the slide that I showed at the early, so maybe I can go quickly to the top and then show you bigger slides over here. Just for a moment. Okay, since I didn't have the slideshow early, so I'm going quickly, just getting through the picture again, just to make sure that what I talk about, I'm not going to be presenting it again because just the slide that I have been shown until I stop at the cut point. Okay, so that's conclude my presentation on the shopping centers health and regulation, safety measurement, and comply with our government regulation, also private sectors, and our policies to make sure that everyone's coming to the shopping center for their leisure, for their business, for their friends and gatherings, that make sure that this is safety have been complied with, and also that been practicing, make sure everyone else have safety coming in and safety going home back. So far, the 17th of May until now, the shopping centers have been coming back with the Thai smile, and of course, ready to actually receiving our international guests coming back to our Thailand country again. And of course, SHA is part of our standard that we really appreciate it and really proud of, and make sure that our shopping center in Thailand is being comply with all the regulations. So welcome back to our tourists back to Thailand again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kun Talun, for showing us approaches in the shopping centers and MICE, Royal Paragon Hall. And this session will not be complete without an expert review from one of the most popular tourism products and services in Thailand. Please welcome our health and spa wellness representative expert, Kun Naran Viwatanakrai, the Executive Director and Chief Marketing Officer for Siam Wellness Group, the mother company of Rarinjinda Wellness Spa, Let's Relax, and Bansun Massage, total of about 40 branches nationwide. Over to you, Kun Naran. Can you please unmute your mic?
Okay, good morning once again. Swadee krap, and thank you for TAT for inviting me to be a representative from the Thailand spa industry. Let me share the slides. Okay, you can see the slide clearly. Okay, so of course, the health and wellness industry is one of the most popular industry for Thailand, given its Thai hospitality, its roots in Thai spa traditions and Thai herbs, etc. Last year, of course, Thai spa has been accredited as the second intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO after Khon. So we are very delighted that Thai spa and massage will be welcoming a lot of customers from around the world to experience our Thai spa industry. Of course, since the lockdown and the easing of the measures by the government, Let's Relax Spa, our main flagship brand of Siam Wellness Group, is taking health and safety to the new height. So we are implementing new hygiene measures as an operation best practice guidelines for preventing COVID-19 to enhance confidences among our guests. So recently, our Chief Executive Officer has received the SHA certificate from Honorable Anutin Chanvirakul, the Deputy PM and Ministry of Public Health, along with other executive of the tourism product and services. Moreover, during the reopening on the 1st of June 2020, we were very delighted to welcome senior executive of Ministry of Public Health and members of the media to show our new measures on the first day of the reopening. So they were quite impressed on the 18 new measures we implemented to boost up the confidence of the customers, given that the Thai spa and massage is a very high touch activities between the therapists and the customers. So I'm pleased to share some of the measures we implemented. So just a little bit about Let's Relax Spa. So we are 22 years old spa chain that delicately offers finest spa pleasure for the perfect balance of body and soul. So we are located across Thailand with over 40 branches in Bangkok and the top tourist destinations, with recent expansion to overseas in the Asian region. So of course, with the new measures, we have to launch a new normal for spa business. So the new spa protocol and hygiene standards have been implemented, adapted by the new regulations by the government, CCSA, the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, and the Ministry of Public Health. So specifically, we came up with a theme of a place you can trust. So for all our communications, both online and offline, focus on building a trusted brand for Let's Relax to ensure that the brand not only providing exceptional spa quality and services, but also a trustworthy place. So we have implemented 18 new measures focused on customer experience, health and safety of our staff, as well as a clean and hygiene establishment. So I'm pleased to share some of our measures. So of course, in the past, a lot of locals are not planning their timetable when they're going to a spa. So they basically walk in or just call in about 30 minutes before they arrive. But with the new normal, we ask our customers to book online on our website or using our Line official account. So in the reservation process, they can check the availability of each branch and complete the booking process with the e-payment. So basically when they arrive, they can just show the QR code to the reception and they can proceed straight to the treatment room after the quarantine process. So meaning we have a temperature check for the staff. Okay, we have a self-registration on our Wellness Me app. So this is a new app we launched during post-COVID with quarantine screening questions according to the Ministry of Public Health to ensure that our customers are healthy and our staff is safe. Okay, so we introduced other measures like touchless payment and QR menu. Also, given that it's a very high touch activities, we adjusted some massage techniques to keep the intimate distance between the therapists and the staff and the customers, sorry, to ensure that it's a pleasant journey at our spa. Also, our signature mango and sticky rice normally served on a plate. So we adapted to take-home snacks. So customers, some are still worried they have to wear the mask all the time in the spa, so they can take our prestigious after treatment snack at home in our take-home box. Second, another key stakeholders for our industry is the staff. We have to find new measures to keep our staff healthy. So before the reopening, we set up a mandatory training for all staff by inviting experts in virus spreading to share knowledges and prevention measures to ensure that all branches of Let's Relax has taken these measures seriously. Another touch point is we do daily temperature check of every staff as well as before the treatment. So each staff are getting temperature check around two to three times a day to ensure that they are perfectly healthy. added tools are added to our talented teams, ensuring that they have a healthy working environment. So we have face masks, goggles, and gloves to be worn at all times. So therapists, in the past, you might do bare hands, but with the new normal, we are providing the service with gloves. But you can ensure that you get the similar quality of services you expected from Let's Relax brand. Okay. Also, apart from the healthy customers, the healthy employees, we want to have an infection-free environment. So with the new normal, when customers booked ahead of time, so we have the UVC sanitization as a final step of room preparation. So these UVC machines will be lit up around 10 to 15 minutes before the new customers come in. So this will help that all the surfaces that likely to have a touch by the customers during the treatment will be sanitized. And for the share room, like the foot massage room, we introduced UV sterilized filter air purifier to be placed in a room to create a better atmosphere. Moreover, with our past experience over 22 years, we have faced with many events, including SARS and H1N1. So our team of engineering has already implemented a negative pressure air conditioning system in the treatment rooms to suck out the airborne infections air and added the new fresh and pure air into the room. So this one is very well accepted by many of our customers because they've seen us as the leader in the spa industry. Of course, and other measures are in place like clean high touch surfaces in public area every 15 minutes quite regularly because the traffic to the spa is very quick come and go. So we have quite a high traffic during the whole day. Lastly is we add reminders for everyone to be socially distanced. So we introduce the little herbal ball we call Nong Luk Prakop. So just to provide some spacing to ensure socially distance between each customers. And of course, with our hygiene measures that has been implemented for over the past 20 years, we've repressed fresh bedding sheets, pillowcases, towels, and clothes for every customers. And then go through the UVC process just to make sure that every touch point customers touch in Let's Relax is constantly safe. So thank you very much. So that's a quick, brief explanation of a place you can trust. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you ค่ะ คุณนรัน for showing us strategies and approaches and safety measures at the spa and wellness places of your group. And now thank you very much for all our well-respected speakers for your time and for sharing us useful information about health and safety measures at your business and preparation for the return of tourism post-COVID-19. And we can say that Thailand is ready to welcome international tourists back to Thailand. And we really appreciate you being here with us. And for the latest updates, please visit thailandsha.tourismthailand.org. But before we go, I'd like to play a short video of the SHA project by the Tourism Authority of Thailand.
วันนี้เรากำลังจะพาไปดูความพร้อมของอุตสาหกรรมท่องเที่ยวครับที่กำลังจะเปิดต้อนรับนักท่องเที่ยวหลังวิกฤตใหญ่โควิด -19 ภายใต้การสนับสนุนของกระทรวงสาธารณสุขกระทรวงการท่องเที่ยวและกีฬาโดยการท่องเที่ยวแห่งประเทศไทยและหน่วยงานภาครัฐและเอกชนในอุตสาหกรรมท่องเที่ยวได้ทำโครงการ Amazing Thailand Safety and Health Administration หรือที่เรียกสั้นๆว่า SHA ซึ่งแต่ละประเภทกิจการก็ได้เตรียมความพร้อมตามมาตรฐาน SHA ไว้สำหรับนักท่องเที่ยวทุกท่านเพื่อความสุขและมั่นใจในความปลอดภัยด้านสุขอนามัยครับ
Thank you. Also, thank you audience for joining us today and being a part of this insightful webinar about the SHA project. And we all hope that our industry will bounce back as quickly as possible. And lastly, thank you, Pata, for organizing this special webinar series. Sawadika and Khopkunka. And over to you, Paul.
Sawadika. Thank you so much, Kun Piriya. And once again, thank you to all our speakers for joining us on today's very informative session about Thailand health and safety. and what is going on within the industry. I think we had a great broad look about what's going on in different sectors, from the hotels, from retail, and spa and wellness. So again, once again, thank you to all the speakers. And I'd like to again thank the Tourism Authority of Thailand for joining us as our destination partner for the first week of our Dream to Travel Festival. So just before we leave you, I just wanted to just go through a couple things before I leave you today. Yeah. And again, just thank you. Later today, we have our games and giveaways at 2 p.m. to 2:30. We have some great prizes from the Rembrandt in Bangkok. So please do join us at 2 p.m. later today. And you can have a chance to win a great game. And with that, that is the end of today's session on Amazing Thailand Trusted Destination, Amazing Thailand Safety and Health Administration. And the recording of this video will be available, so you can also share this with your friends and colleagues. So thank you, and see you this afternoon for the games and giveaways.